Welcome to Liberate Hearing, where learning is as fun as chasing butterflies. Let's listen to the story and pick up some cool English words along the way. Are you ready? Let's go. Mia walked in the early morning. The sun was warm on her face. It was a quiet time. Mia felt happy and free as she walked. She was going outside to start a new adventure. She looked at the sky. It was blue and clear. The air smelled of grass and flowers. Mia felt excited. She had thought about the big hill all night. She wanted to climb the big hill near her home. She looked at the sky. It was blue and clear. The air smelled of grass and flowers. Mia felt excited. She had thought about the big hill all night. She wanted to climb the big hill near her home. Mia was 14 years old. She lived in a small town near Green Hills. She had brown hair and bright eyes. Her eyes looked at the world with interest. Mia liked to explore and learn new things. Every morning she watered her plants and fed her dog. She had a little garden with flowers and vegetables. Mia was a kind and curious girl. School was out and her homework was done. Mia planned her summer ahead. She fed her dog, Spot, and made sure he had his food. Then she cleaned her room and packed snacks. Mia felt excited for a long holiday of fun and new things. Mia had heard many stories about the big hill. Old people in the town talked about it. Her teacher told stories of the view from the top. Her grandfather said the hill was special. People said the top had a beautiful view. They said you could see the whole town and mountains beyond. Mia was very curious to see the view. She often dreamed about it. She wondered what the world looked like from that high place. People said the top had a beautiful view. They said you could see the whole town and mountains beyond. Mia was very curious to see the view. She often dreamed about it. She wondered what the world looked like from that high place. This summer, Mia decided to climb the hill. She wanted to try it as a new challenge. One morning, she told her parents about her plan. In the kitchen, she had breakfast with them. Her mother smiled and said, "Be safe. The hill is high." Her father took a sip of tea and said, "Take water and go slowly. Do not hurry." Mia felt a bit nervous, but she also felt excited. She liked to have this challenge. Mia packed her bag carefully. She put in a bottle of water and a sandwich. She added one more bottle of water, just in case. She took a map and a compass. She also put a small first aid kit and a flashlight in the bag. Mia wore sturdy hiking boots. She tied her shoelaces tight. She wore a hat to protect her from the sun. Mia checked that she had everything. She told her mother to meet her at the hilltop at noon. Before leaving, Mia had breakfast with her family. Her mother served oatmeal and fresh fruit. Her father asked about her plan. Mia felt a bit nervous, but she knew they trusted her. She said, "I will be safe." Then she kissed her mother and father and walked out. Mia started her hike from her backyard. The trail began behind her house. Tall trees lined the path. A soft green light shone through the leaves. The ground was covered with soft grass and fallen leaves. She took a deep breath. The forest smelled fresh and calm. Mia stepped from her house and started up the path. She waved at her neighbor, Mrs. Liu, who was watering flowers. "Mrs. Liu smiled and said, 'Good luck, Mia.'" Mia smiled and waved back. She felt happy and nervous as she headed up the path. Mia walked slowly at first. She looked at the green leaves on the trees. Dewdrops hung from the leaves. The sun was low in the sky. She saw a red flower by the side of the path. A blue butterfly flew near her. She smiled at the small beauty in the woods. A small bird flew out of the bushes and sang a chirpy song. Mia felt peaceful and happy to be outside. After a while, the path became steeper. Mia had to climb on rocks and stones. She moved carefully to keep her balance. Every step was heavy. A small stick snapped under her foot with a crack, and Mia jumped a little. She sometimes lost her balance and had to catch herself on a tree. Her legs and arms felt tired. The trail was harder than she expected. Her heart was beating fast. She was out of breath. But Mia remembered stories of brave people and adventurers. She closed her eyes for a moment and took a deep breath. She said quietly to herself, "I will keep going." The words made her feel stronger. This gave her courage to continue up the hill. Mia wondered if she should turn back. The hill was tall and the path was tough. She felt a little scared of the height, but she stopped and took a deep breath. Mia remembered what her mother said. She also remembered her father's words of encouragement. She said softly to herself, "I can do this." She wiped the sweat from her forehead and continued. Mia shook her head and stood tall. She would not give up. She remembered her father's words of encouragement. She thought of the beautiful view again and smiled. She remembered how much she wanted to reach the top. "I will make it," she said to herself. Then she continued up the path. She walked a long time. Mia drank some water and ate her sandwich under a tree. She rested a little and looked around. From there, she could see the lower hills. She saw the tiny houses of the town below. The fields and river below looked green and blue. Mia felt better after the rest. The air was cool in the shade. Mia stood up and began to climb again. She saw a squirrel on the side of the path. It had a nut in its paws. It looked at her with bright eyes and then hopped up a tree. Mia laughed quietly. She loved animals and wondered where the squirrel was going. She rested a little and looked around. From there, she could see the lower hills. She saw the tiny houses of the town below. The fields and river below looked green and blue. Mia felt better after the rest. The air was cool in the shade. Mia opened her map again. The map showed the path up the hill. She traced the path with her finger. She also checked her compass to make sure she was going the right way. Mia felt more confident after this planning. Mia saw a wooden sign ahead. It said, "Top, 500 m." She smiled when she saw the sign. She had come so far already. This gave her new energy to keep climbing. The path curved to the left. On one side was a small river. The sound of water was quiet but clear. The river had cool, clean water. Small fish swam in the shallow water. Mia smiled. The river was pretty and peaceful. It made her feel calm as she walked. Mia picked up something on the path. It was a piece of trash on the ground. It was a candy wrapper. She picked it up and put it in her bag. Mia knew it was important to keep nature clean. She felt responsible as she carried it carefully. Mia remembered her teacher saying it was everyone's duty to care for the earth. Mia had to cross the river. There was a fallen tree over the water. The tree was wide enough to walk on. Mia stepped carefully onto the log. She held her arms out like a tightrope walker. Her heart beat quickly. She thought, "Be careful." One foot in front of the other, she crossed the river safely. Mia felt proud as she climbed off the log on the other side. After the river, the path became steep again. Now the sun was high in the sky. The day was warm. Mia felt hot and tired, but she kept going. She wiped sweat from her face. She drank more water from her bottle. She thought about her parents waiting for her at the top. She did not want to give up. She walked and climbed. The hill was getting steeper. The trees were thinning out. Soon there were only rocks and small bushes. Mia had to use her hands to pull herself up. She felt a bit afraid of slipping, but she kept going slowly. One step at a time, she climbed. Mia saw a sign that said "Top, 500 m." She smiled. She had come so far already. This gave her new energy to keep climbing. Mia stopped to eat another sandwich. She sat on a flat rock and took a drink and wiped her forehead with the back of her hand. Then she took a deep breath of the fresh mountain air. She looked at the view again. She could see the town and fields far below. It made her feel strong and proud. She knew she had come a long way. Mia thought, "I can almost see the top now." She stood up and continued. Mia continued on the trail. The path had big rocks and some loose stones. She had to jump down from a high rock. Her knee hurt a little after the jump. Mia felt some pain. She took a moment and breathed deeply. She held her breath and kept going. She walked a few more steps, careful not to trip on the stones. Mia almost tripped. She stumbled forward and fell on her hands. Dirt and small rocks went onto her clothes. She had a small cut on her knee and elbow. It hurt, and Mia felt scared for a moment. She sat down on a rock and cried softly. She remembered the bird that cheered her before. She wiped away her tears slowly. Mia told herself it was okay to be scared and hurt. She held her hand over her knee and said, "I will be okay." After a moment, she stood up slowly. She was afraid, but she told herself, I can do this. Her heart still beat fast, but Mia started walking again. She took slow, careful steps. She checked the bandages on her knee and elbow. Everything was okay. Mia felt proud that she took care of herself. She tightened the straps on her bag and stood up. Then she started walking again. She reached a part of the hill with no trees. The rocks were smooth and brown. It was very open and bright. The sun was strong and there was no shade. Mia felt hot. She drank more water. The wind blew cool on her face. It made her feel strong. She looked around. The view was even more beautiful. The town looked like a little toy below. Mia heard a bird call. She stopped and listened. A small bird with red wings sat on a rock. It sang a pretty song. Mia smiled at the bird. It was not afraid of her. The bird stayed and sang. Mia felt happy and calm. The bird gave her courage. It reminded her of home. She started to walk again. She felt warm wind on her back. She remembered the bird's song. The final part of the trail was very steep. Loose stones covered the path. Each step was hard. Her legs felt like jelly and her lungs burned. Mia was tired and out of breath. She paused and said, just a little more. Mia gave herself a little break. A bird flew overhead as if cheering for her. The breeze felt stronger on her face. She felt the tiredness in her arms. She held the strap of her bag and took a deep breath. She said again, I can do this. Mia took small, careful steps. She put one foot on a rock, then another. She held onto roots and small plants. She climbed with steady strength. The climb was hard. Sometimes rocks were slippery under her hands. She moved slowly but surely. She thought of the view she would see. This helped her keep going. One step at a time, Mia climbed steadily upward. She raised her arms in a quiet victory pose to celebrate. Suddenly, the ground leveled out. Mia had reached the top of the hill. She had climbed a long way, and now the ground felt soft and mossy under her feet. Mia sat down on a big flat rock. Mia closed her eyes and took a deep breath of the fresh mountain air. Her knees shook as she stood up, but her face was full of joy. She whispered to herself, I am here. Then she smiled widely. Mia had done it. Mia laughed and tears came to her eyes. Her legs felt tired, but she felt proud. She felt brave and strong. The wind on the hill was gentle and cool. Mia looked around and felt free. She could see everything from up there. She thanked the sky and air for helping her. Mia learned that she could do hard things. She laughed and took a bow to herself for reaching the top. Mia took out her sandwich again and ate it slowly. She closed her eyes and enjoyed the breeze as she ate. It felt like a special moment. She thought, this is wonderful. She gave a little wave to the hill behind her as if saying goodbye. Mia thought this was the best reward for all her hard work. She shared a crumb with the little bird that stayed. Birds flew over her head and the wind was gentle. The warm air was pleasant. Mia felt peaceful. She smelled the grass and flowers around her. She thought it was the best meal she had ever had after such a hard day. Mia stayed on the top for a while. The sun moved lower in the sky. Shadows grew long. She watched clouds move slowly. Mia felt calm and happy. She thought about her journey up the hill. She remembered every hard step. Each step she took made her feel stronger now. Mia knew she would always remember this day. She thanked herself for not giving up. As the sun started to go down, Mia decided it was time to go home. The sky turned deep orange and pink. A few birds flew home. She felt a bit sad to leave this place, but she felt strong too. She looked at the path down the hill. Going down would be easier than going up. Mia stood up and brushed dust off her clothes. She said, "Thank you, hill." Then she started to walk down slowly. As she walked down, the first stars appeared in the sky. The air became cooler. It felt calm and nice. Mia looked back at the hill one more time. She felt happy and proud to have climbed it. She whispered, "Goodbye, hill." Mia walked carefully down the steep path. Now the path felt softer under her feet. She stepped from rock to rock. The way down was not as hard. Her knees bent as she carefully walked. Birds sang around her again. The air was cool and refreshing. A few fireflies glowed around her path, and Mia smiled at their tiny lights. Mia felt more relaxed as she went down. She hummed a little song to herself. The forest looked different at this time of day. Mia felt peaceful as she walked down. A man was walking up the path with a big backpack. He saw Mia and smiled. He said, "Hello." Mia answered, "Hello." Then the man continued on his way up the hill. Mia saw the small town road. It was not far now. The warm lights in the houses welcomed her home. She saw the street lights turning on along the road. She could smell dinner cooking in some houses. Everything felt familiar and cozy. Mia could not wait to tell her family her story. She reached her own street. She walked with a smile. Mia was tired but very happy. She thought about her parents waiting for her. She could not wait to see them. Her parents were waiting at the gate. They ran to hug her tightly. Mia felt safe and happy in their arms. Her mother looked at Mia's face. There was joy and pride in her eyes. Her father checked the cuts on her knee and elbow. He was proud of his daughter. Her mother said, "You did it." Mia told them about the hike. She described the river and the little bird. She said, "It was hard, but I reached the top." Her parents were amazed. They told her she was brave and strong. Mia felt joyful and safe. Her parents hugged her tightly again. Mia felt warm and loved at home. Later, they cleaned her cuts and gave her a warm drink. Mia sat at the dinner table, still smiling and replaying the day in her mind. She talked quietly with her family, and they listened happily. Mia knew she would always remember this day. That night, Mia looked at the stars before she slept. She felt calm and proud. She knew she could trust herself now. She felt stronger than before. Mia learned that if she kept trying, she could do hard things. She slept with a smile on her face.